Hello, 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 beautiful strangers, and welcome to the first episode of You and Me and Her, also known as a love story between you and her, and commonly referred to and as I will, for the most part, be referring to it as Totono, which is short for the Japanese name, which, if I'm remembering correctly, is Kimi to Kanojo to no Koi, I think, or something similar to that. If I'm wrong, I apologize. This is a nice visual novel that I quite enjoy. I think it was originally released in 2013, 2012, 2014, somewhere in that general area. I don't remember for sure, though. 2013, that's what it was. And it is an interesting visual novel. It is a longer visual novel, and it's been a bit since I've done a longer one. The range is going through the routes somewhere in the realm of, about 20-ish hours, give or take. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take for this. The time difference between reading aloud and reading to yourself, and I'm not quite sure how I want to handle repeated scenes just yet, and me dropping my phone immediately. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle repeated scenes on routes, because this has quite a few routes. I think there's like 7 or 8 of them that have at least slightly different endings. I could be wrong. It might be slightly less. Or slightly more. I don't remember the exact number. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show off 2 bad ends at the beginning. Then I'm going to show off 2 ends for heroine number 1. And then I'm going to show off 2 endings for heroine number 2. So being 6 total. The reason for this is, this visual novel is broken up into sections. Basically, you go through different parts of it and essentially unlock choices by going through it. And you can go through this only having to see 3 routes, I believe. But I like the bad ends. I think they reveal quite a lot about the story and what's going on, and just a little bit of information that you wouldn't otherwise have, or comes in a much different way, and I like to see that. And like many other things, spoilers in the comments are, of course, not major spoilers anyway, are not tolerated. Smaller stuff, it's fine. Any major story spoilers or anything like that is not, however, and will be deleted by me, if, I have enough viewers for that. Anyway, this is the Just USA version. This is not the Steam release. This is the 18+ version. I will be cutting out H scenes. And yes, I can hear the disappointment. Yes, pour it on more. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, and I don't really want to read H scenes aloud. Just a preference. The reason why I'm doing the you can't see my cursor. The reason I'm doing the 18+ version of the game is because it changes a couple of things that I'd rather not change, and a couple of settings, context in a couple of the scenes are changed, and I like them in the original version. I'm not going to buy a game twice. I'm not going to get a game twice. I will get it once, and unless there's a very, very good reason, I'm only going to get it once. And I like reading the original version of something whenever I read something or play something or whatever. I like to experience as close to the original as I can. And the 18+ version is the original version. The Steam release, if you purchase that, you actually can buy a patch for the game from Just USA, I believe. Pretty sure, unless I'm confusing this with another visual novel, which is possible. So if you want to purchase it on Steam, or have purchased it on Steam, you can go to Just USA's website and get an 18+ patch for it. I'm pretty sure. What else before I get into this? There's a couple of things I want to talk about, but I'm not going to waffle on too much. And in the settings, there's character names. Sorry for spoiling that already. I apologize. I have character voices turned off. The The game settings, or the voices for this are very, very good. I quite like them. They're not quite as good as, Fate's Day Night. I do think Fate's Day Night has a better voice cast, but I think Fate's Day Night has an incredibly good voice cast compared to pretty much anything. The voice cast in this is very good. It's in Japanese. It's not in English. If this was in English, I wouldn't be doing it on this channel. But the reason for that, and if there's enough want for me to turn them back on, I can do that. I really don't like doing that, though, both in terms of reading for a channel like this, as well as me personally, if I watch a visual novel, read through on YouTube, I don't like having the original Japanese voice acting on. It is a preference, but it is one of those, I really, really don't like it if somebody is reading the story. I feel like it kind of takes away from it. I would rather just hear the person reading it, even if they're not a skilled voice actor, even if they're just reading it monotone and just blah, 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 individual character voices, Miyuki Aoi, stuff like that. I'd rather have that by itself than that plus voices. Personal preference. If it's a major backlash or whatever, I can change that, and I will take that in consideration if there's enough backlash for it. But still, I much prefer it like this. So pausing and letting the thing read and then reading it in English is, I don't like that. I genuinely do not like that. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Oh, this text is green. The next text will be green. Green text is a scene that has already been viewed before. I had to view this scene, this screen, this line, and the next one because on accident when I was making sure that, recording settings and fiddling with OBS and all that. So that is what the text means. I think it actually says so. Yes, change font color for unread text. Yes, right there. So. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm very excited for this, and sorry for stalling so much. Life is like a staircase. You just gotta keep climbing. Otherwise, if you start to overthink it, you'll have trouble taking the next step. There are no branching paths. No point in regretting the actions you didn't take. They say life is a series of choices, but that's nonsense cooked up by the old and bitter. Yesterday leads to today, and today leads to tomorrow, one step at a time. What lies ahead? You won't know until you get there. At the top of the staircase, I step outside into the dazzling sunset. This is the school roof. Most students are barred entry. You'd think I'd be used to the view from up here, but evidently a few hours difference is all it takes to make the world look brand new. Yutaro, you up here? No response. The peaceful autumn breeze is all that greets me. Grass is sprouted between the cracks in the concrete, and the pile of desks on the far side is rusting from exposure to the elements. Up here, it almost feels like a forgotten place lost to time. I love it. Specifically, I love the 360-degree view of the town below. I lived my whole life here. Every inch of this town is packed with nostalgic memories. The longer I look at it, the calmer I feel. When they randomly voted me onto the campus cleanup committee, I wasn't exactly eager. But if I'd known about this little perk sooner, maybe I would have volunteered for the job. Roof access is granted to 2 groups, the Astronomy Club for stargazing, and the cleanup committee to haul desks in and out. That said, I'm told there are plenty of spare keys floating around if you know where to look. The school roof has a certain legend attached to it, you see. As a result, every now and then other students will ask me to unlock the door for them, which is why I'm up here today, at the behest of my friend Yutaro. Unfortunately, he seems to be running late. I look down. Man, phone like that brings back memories. That is, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it reminds me of Motorola Razr. So I technically still have an adjuster somewhere. I don't throw away old phones unless they completely don't work at all, like won't turn on. Man, memories. I look down. There's a cell phone lying face down on the ground to the door by the door. Whose is this? I crouch down and pick it up. Yeah, I know it's a touchscreen phone. It's just the back of it reminds me of a Razr. I'm not sure what it is about that specific thing. Yes, it's fun. I do like that that's in English, by the way. God, incoming call. There's an incoming call from God. From God? Before I can answer, the ringing stops. Admittedly, I'm a little relieved. Seriously, whose phone is this? And we get to our first choice. And I guess to celebrate this, I will take a drink. That was a mistake. That wine is very, very dry. Another kind of dry I like. This one is the kind of dry that draws the moisture from your mouth as you drink it. I think it's high in tannins, I believe, is the reason for that. Anyway, our first choice, we can place a phone call or we can check the call history. And I guess I should point out here, I think this would be a good time to explain what I plan on doing so far, which subject to change and all that, and I could change my mind in 5 minutes from now, I don't know. My plan for this, for repeated scenes and whatnot, currently, is that for each route, I want to go through each of the scenes again, unless, well, with some exceptions, most of those being, there are a couple of routes that the last, maybe hour or so of scenes is different. It might be a little bit less than that. It's basically has a different ending, but the ending is like a section of like an hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour. And the route before that is entirely the same. So I'd rather not go through that again. But for the routes where there's lots of changes in between, I think I'm going to reread the repeated scenes. Again, I'm going to have to really think on that though. And what I might do is skip the scenes up to a certain point where there's a pretty major divergence in path layout or something like that. I'm not sure. If you have an idea or any thoughts on that, please tell me, and I'll take it into consideration as I think about what I want to do as well. But without further stalling, let's make the first choice of this visual novel. And for the ending that we're going for, we want to check the call history. I decided to check the call history. God. What the heck? Next, I checked the address book. There's only one entry. Yup, you guessed it. God. Yes, Kami-sama. A burner phone for God? There's no way this actually belongs to the big man upstairs, right? Now loading. Doo-doo. For some of the characters, I liked the Japanese phrasing and a couple of the things more, and I will probably use that for them. Our little friend here is the main one of that. She has 2 lines that I'm probably going to change. It says boop boop in the English translation. The voice actress says, and I don't know what the original Japanese wording exactly was. I haven't seen the kana or the romaji. But the voice actress, the seiyu, or however it's pronounced, says doo-doo or something similar to that. So I will probably be doing that because, well, I like it more than saying boop boop. A girl looks back at me. My battery is dying. What battery? Need to recharge. When I get zappy? In the original Japanese version, zappy isn't exactly... there's only a couple of the moments in this that I'm going to be like, original Japanese version, haha. Yeah, this is one of those things that it says, the Japanese wording for zappy is, or that they use, is biri biri, which is something more along the lines of electrical discharge, or something not quite the same, but similar to that. Zappy is a close enough, but not quite the same. I think it is. Oh, actually, okay. Like an electric shock, ripping, rattling. Sound effect for a prickling, needle-like painful sensation, like static electricity sort of thing. Yeah, so makes sense. Zappy works. So if I say bitty bitty when it says Zappy, that is the reason why, and it is mostly just an accident because of me listening to the Japanese voice acting. Anyway, wanna get Zappy? And there's going to be, now loading, there's going to be some inconsistencies with voices, especially at the beginning, while I try to decide exactly what voice I want to give each character. I have stuff in mind, but, you know what they say about the best laid plans and all that. I think I pushed the wrong button by accident. Looks like I launched one of those visual novel games. I've seen some friends play these on handheld game consoles. Wouldn't be surprised if they made the jump to mobile too. Oh, you have no idea. Never played one myself. I've never actually played a visual novel on a phone either, so I guess that makes two of us. At least, I don't think I have. But I feel like I recognize that uniform. Do I know you? I can hear a strange voice. There's a girl up on the roof over the stairs, raising her hand straight in the air, her expression totally blank, just staring vacantly into the sky, staring at whatever lies beyond. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo, doo. Uh-huh. Her body starts to sway. Her voice is fading. Do, 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 do. Well, ow. You all right? Do, do. Her eyes lock onto mine. My battery is dying. What battery? Need to recharge. Her face is so close to mine. I can feel her breath on my skin. Her lips are inches away, according to the school legend. If two people share a kiss on the roof, their love will be eternal. Wanna get Zappy? Well, I mean, kinda, sure, friend. Whatever you say. What do you mean by get Zappy? Get Zappy? Well, sure, let's get Zappy. Sure. We'll play along with the absolutely insane moment that's going on right now. Something travels through her body and across my skin, frying all sense of reason to a char. Pulled in like a magnet, my lips are drawn to hers. Wow, is nothing sacred? What exactly are you doing up here on the roof of our esteemed academy? Miyuki, what am I doing? Well, recharging. What? Having sex? What? Kissing triggers the event flag. I've heard enough. Miyuki swings her baseball bat. Don't treat Shinichi like your plaything. Yeah, I'm not your plaything. Shinichi is... He's my boyfriend. Oh, okay. That's usually not how visual novels start. What? Well, that explains a lot. I've been friends with Sona Miyuki since we were kids. In elementary school, we used to play together all the time, but we grew apart as we got older. Happens to a lot of people. While I'm just been skating through life without any hobbies, she's quickly proven she can master anything she tries. With her looks, smarts, athletic ability, and a natural talent for acting, she's become the school's queen bee practically overnight. Rumor has it she's received over a dozen love confessions within her first month at this school. I'm told 2 of them were from girls, and 1 of them was even from a teacher. That's not creepy at all. That teacher definitely should not be in jail. Nope, not at all. Ugh. Supposedly, she shot them all down. But they say one of the guys refused to take no for an answer, and she was forced to fight him off with a baseball bat. She's so famous, the students here can't seem to stop talking about her. Then there's me, a total nobody. I'm so invisible, I'm practically air. Bland, inoffensive, barely even there. An utterly forgettable NPC in the RPG of life. I'm hardly even worthy of breathing the same air as her. Just being around her is making me kind of tense. So yeah, I'm like the furthest thing from your boyfriend? Oh right, I forgot that there are a fair few scenes with, let's just say fan service like this. I'm probably not going to cut that. Probably. You be quiet. Shinichi and I are in a relationship. I'm afraid you don't have a chance with him. So could you leave already? That's not true. You're not dating. Excuse me, how would you know? I'm a transceiver. God sent me a radio transmission from beyond the universe. She seems like she's 2 corn dogs short of a picnic. Whatever, talking to you is a waste of breath. Listen here, Shinichi and I have known each other a long time, so as his girlfriend... Got it? She raises her hand, interrupting Miyuki. You're the childhood friend character? Your true feelings are a mystery, a staple of visual novels. Visual novels? Oh, you mean like this one? I hold up the cell phone I found earlier. Whoa. Was that a static shock I felt just now? Thief. The phone falls from my numbed fingers. She deftly snatches it back and shoots me an accusatory look. I didn't steal it. I was lying on the ground over here. On the ground? Yeah. So I owe you a favor? Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I'll make it up to you. Let's get zappy. Hold it right there. Miyuki is now visibly trembling with rage. What was it you called me? The childhood friend character? Are you seriously comparing me to a character in a video game? Yep. Get real. She slams her bat down hard on the concrete. Life is not a video game. You hear me? My feelings are the real deal. Some video game character couldn't possibly compare to... Got it. Miyuki's tone is dripping with fury, but the girl raises her hand like she doesn't even notice. Can you kiss him? What? If you're really dating, you can kiss him, right? That has nothing to do with... Kiss him, right now. Should be easy, right? Miyuki's face is so red, the sunset can't even compare. Fine. What's a kiss between lovers? Practically nothing. I can do it. I can kiss him, but if we... Listen, if you're opposed to it, we really don't have to... I'm not opposed to it. To tell the truth, I was always waiting for this. As a kid, we were 2 peas in a pod. When did it all fall apart? Why did I start to distance myself? I'm really happy you asked to meet me up here. Miyuki, her voice is barely a whisper. This will be my first kiss, but I'll give it I can't. It's too awkward. Cute. I just prefer to keep private matters private, and that's all. Public displays of affection are far too shameless. Taylor Shinichi, the two of us are dating, aren't we? What? I don't... Make it clear to her. You're the one who called me up here after all. Your actions pushed me to make up my mind and... Wait, what? I did what now? Don't play dumb. I know you wrote this. Miyuki pulls a letter out of her pocket. To Miss Sona Miyuki. I dislike the use of Miss in Mr., Mrs., Miss, all that. In Japanese text, I prefer to keep the original honorific. I actually prefer that in most languages, to be fair. But that's neither here nor there. I like to keep things as close to the original as possible. Anyway, I'll be waiting on the rooftop after school. There's no signature. I've never seen this letter in my life. Wait, what? Wait. Now that I look at it, this isn't your handwriting? Sorry I'm late. Arriving just in the nick of time, Akebono Yutaro, captain of the Boys and Dreams Club. Of course, it was this idiot. A rooftop confession, a legendary kiss, the two exchange eternal vows of love. Yes, this is what dreams are made of. Me, the gallant prince, and you, the fair maiden... What? Sona-san? Visibly struggling to contain herself, Miyuki strides to the door and slams it behind her. Why? Nice going, genius. What? Was it something I said? Damn, I must have let all the dreams go to my head. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Forget it. I better save the explanation for later, or we're going to be standing up here all night. Hey, you. Doo-doo. Her expression is still completely blank. I don't have the first clue what she's thinking. That whole recharging thing from earlier, what was that about? Recharging my zappy. Oh, well, what's zappy? Sex. Sex? You guys were screwing up here? No. Almost. What the hell is almost? How does that work? Where do you draw the line? Does it not count if it's just a tip? Is it cool if you only get like halfway in? No, it's not cool. It's not? It's not? No. I can't believe I have to explain this. Doo-doo. You have to trigger the event flag. You need to raise your affection points or you'll fail. This isn't a video game. Got it. She raises her hand straight into the air like an antenna searching for radio waves. Aoi is a romance option, and this world is a video game. There's a term for people like this. Gamer brain. I'm not sure what the original definition was, but these days we use it to mean someone who can't tell the difference between games and reality. But your childhood friend with a long dark hair is the main heroine. Aoi's route will have to wait. Bye-bye. Hey, wait, what? Wait. But she ignores me and runs off down the stairs. That girl is always such an enigma. What do you mean always? More importantly, I need to explain why the heck did Sona-san storm off like that? And now you've got Muko to boot? You punk? Are you a normie? Are you a goddamn normie? Oh, wait a second. Do you know her? What? Are you serious? That ditz? That was Muko Aoi. She's on our class, dude. You and me and her, a love story, and our first scene transition, and I think, where I'm going to end off, actually no, I'll keep going for a bit, let this scene finish. Muko Aoi. Because I don't want to start this. The name doesn't ring any bells whatsoever. Oh, actually, yeah, let's end it off here. It's, looking at my timer, but, next time, well, we're gonna think about the strange person we've just met. We'll think about and we'll ruminate on the strange events of earlier today, and, well, we'll see how things go. We'll see how things evolve. We'll see where this visual novel story takes us, and, of course, which routes we're going to do when. But, we'll get started on all of that next time, and I hope to see you all there.